I'm the lawyer, you're the...
After spending a couple days in the Dakhla Peninsula, I decided to move on to the south. It's a peninsula located in the south of Western Sahara. And I leave today for Mauritania. There's no way I could arrive today, but without hurry, I should be crossing into Mauritania, maybe in 2 to 3 days. I'll continue through the Sahara a couple days more. I have more desert ahead. We're just gonna see how these couple days go.
And they ask God, well they ask God,
Because I'm traveling quite heavy, I get stuck in the sand again and again. The bike weighs a lot and the sand is very soft.
You're the fucking night. Well, you're the fucking nightmare. Just like the ocean. Just like the ocean.
It's more or less balanced, but as soon as I touch it, it will fall. I'm gonna camp now because the sun is setting. I'm looking for a place to camp. This site is perfect. It's also beautiful, but I have the bike there. Ugh. And all the terrain here is soft sand, so soft that the motorcycle sinks. It's sunk a couple times already, and I have to remove the luggage and so on, and then reassemble it all again. At these hours, I'm too lazy for that. I'm gonna try to leave the motorcycle as hidden as possible, but I'm gonna set up my camp here like a pro.
You better come back home. You better come back home.
I got overconfident and put the tent at this point with a little margin, and I fell asleep. And in the middle of the night, I had to wake up because the waves were breaking practically on me. I had to retreat like a coward up to there. I'll take the motorcycle from its improvised hiding place and continue on my way. But once again, the sand traps me under.
You're the fucking nightmare, just like the ocean, just like the ocean. Used to the rain, used to the rain, like the rain.
Ugh. I've finally gotten out of that headache of where I was. It's not much, just around 100 or 200 meters. But when things go wrong, you can't do anything about it. And when the sand is a little loose, the bike digs and sinks. It gets super complicated and it's so difficult to move. The more you accelerate, the more you try to move, the more it buries itself. The soft sand and I, right about now, we're not getting along very well. We'll see if we become friends over time. This has been my last camp in Morocco. I will try to cross to Mauritania today. I bought some gasoline, because apparently in Mauritania there are few gas stations, and the few that there are, not a lot of them have gasoline. Many of them have only diesel. It is not very good. This is a wonderful adventure model extra tank. This is a mess. The problem is that the bottle is very soft. That's why it hovers.
Nothing's later than it is now. And you feel it like emotion to the bottom of the ocean. Getting lifted in the basement.
I rode the last kilometers of the Western Sahara and I entered Mauritania. Mauritania's entrance was a bit bizarre. I've left Morocco and it's full of cars that weren't able to cross, and they stayed there, abandoned on the road. Nothing serious either yet. It wasn't very nice, I can tell. It was long. It was about 4 or 5 hours, and for a moment, I lost sight of my passport. But in the end, I made it without any problems. They asked me for 10 euros, which was kind of robbery. I said no. He insisted that yes. I said no, with good manners, of course. And in the end, he just said, get out. I got into Mauritania during a big sandstorm. The wind is blowing very strong. There are sections of the road that just disappear. With this wind, it'll be quite uncomfortable, quite unpleasant, but that's life. It wasn't a day to enjoy the bike. It was simply a day to move forward. Wind is blowing very hard. Today is a dangerous day. Northern Mauritania. What I've seen, it is quite arid and inhospitable. There is no There are people around here. As I'm going to camp, I don't want to be seen where I'm going to sleep. It's not a big problem, but I'm calmer if nobody knows where I'm sleeping. After riding south a few days under the sandstorm, I arrived at Nouakchott, which is the capital of Mauritania. There, I made a stop for a couple of days to figure out the route a little bit, the next countries I need to go to, look a little bit about the visa issue, that, truth being said, I really hadn't looked at anything yet, and see a little bit of how things are in the following countries.
Ça va? Va bien. Todo bien. Dakar a Burkina Faso a Mali.
Oh, ça c'est trop. Ça c'est pour ton tour de l'arrêt.
No te entiendo nada, tío.
Toi, tu non.
No, no entiendo.
Il a le mot pour moi.
Di, por mí.
Non, Andy deux.
¿Ah?
Pour moi, Andy deux.
No, yo la necesito yo para llegar.
Oui, ça pour toi.
This esta es para mí.
Oui.
Sí.
Ça c'est cher.
No, this is good.
Non, ça c'est des cher de la moto. Ah, c'est pour toi.
Yeah. Ok. ¿Ah? No, here. Esto es solo para emergencias, por si acaso la lío.
Il a le dos sens?
Sí, Sans.
Sens?
Sí.
Oui, ça c'est le photo. Il a le bonheur de caméra.
Merci beaucoup.
You never know who you're gonna meet on any given day. What is certain is that they'll make your trip much more interesting. I'm messing it up, guys. It's also true I'm going at rush hour. I should have woke up much earlier to get to the border with Senegal today on time. And well, as always, I have not woken up as early as I should. I find myself again being the idiot. Oops, I caught you. It's 1 o'clock and I think that the border will close around 5. And I have 2 or 3 hours ahead, easily. Damn! I almost ate it! In Morocco, from what I've seen, they don't drive so badly, really, compared to other places. Let's see this truck, if it catches you. Let's see this other. All this is sand, and they have to put here a little bit of asphalt and a few houses. But this is the fucking desert. That donkey isn't very happy. Poor donkey, man. Don't slap it so hard. Stick power steering. I finally meet with the Senegal River, the natural border between both countries. I think from now on, malaria starts, even with a low risk. The truth is, I just don't know well enough yet. These last few days were cold because there was so much suspended sand in the air. It did not let the heat of the sun pass through. It was like cloudy, like dark, kind of like the apocalypse. And now it's hot. You feel the sun, you can see, you're not eating so much sand. So much better. And here we finish the second chapter.
Malawi.